right, guys. Good evening to you all. It's a bit of a late night stream tonight, but we had a lot of questions throughout today's live coverage stream about remnant Hurricane Beryl. We wanted to pop on here and talk about what to expect. There's a lot of misinformation out there, so we want to set the record straight. First and foremost, this is not going to be a hurricane when it hits us here in Michigan. It's going to be a post-tropical depression, so no worries about a hurricane hitting Michigan. That's a false headline. Do not buy it. This happens not often, but it has happened before. It's definitely not something that we're going to call uncommon. So, starting first and foremost, what to expect. So, looking at the future radar here in Michigan, we're going to look at the current projections here for tomorrow afternoon and evening. We're going to see a lot of rain to our south here, moving up to the north tomorrow morning. It's going to reach us perhaps tomorrow afternoon. Some pop-up showers and storms across south central Michigan showing up on the latest model trends. But the bulk of the rain is still off to the south. That'll arrive later on Tuesday evening for south central Michigan. So again, pop-up showers and storms tomorrow, possible in the afternoon. But there's your bulk of the rain tracking upwards Tuesday night into Wednesday for south central Michigan here. With this rain, though, would definitely be concerned for perhaps some stronger winds and also as well as heavy rain as well, which is the main concern here. But stronger winds upwards of 30, maybe perhaps upwards of 40 miles per hour still possible with this remnant tropical depression. But the current track of tropical depression Beryl does show southeast Michigan in particular in the main line of what we're going to call main track here, or the cone of uncertainty, as some people call this. So the track currently takes it through East Michigan and perhaps Ohio, Lake Erie, and Ontario there as well. That current track, if it goes on that exact track, the west side of that low would have the highest rain potential, and the east side of that track would be the highest severe weather potential. So right now it's kind of splitting Michigan here, where we have the heaviest rainfall to the west and the most severe weather to the east. So it's a good track right now, for the most part at least. But we have some uncertainty here to the exact track, because any shifts, even subtle shifts, 20, 25 miles, can shift this concern a lot here. So let's go ahead and show you guys what we mean. So first and foremost, outside of the rain here moving through on Wednesday morning, expect rain to arrive as early as pop-up showers tomorrow afternoon, Tuesday afternoon here, especially across south central Michigan. But the bulk of the rain arrives overnight Tuesday into Wednesday morning. Now, looking at the excessive rainfall, we're going to take a peek here at the total precip accumulation here. Let's go ahead and take a zoomed in look here to Michigan, because this is going to be focused on the lower peninsula more so than the upper peninsula. Looking at the expected rainfall totals here, check this out as we go through Wednesday. This is where the model ends, but there's going to be a decent swath of heavy rains here on this model, between 1 inch upwards of 4, 5, some say 6+ inches in spots. Is that impossible? No. The overall consensus, though, is 1 to 4 inches of rain across south central Michigan, perhaps upwards of the thumb, all the way back through Lansing toward that Berrien County, Kalamazoo area would be the concern there for a heavier swath of rain. So that's going to be your main concern here. As a result of that, the WPC, the Weather Prediction Center, has put out a slight and a marginal risk for tomorrow for excessive rainfall, aka your flooding risk. Now, that's for tomorrow. Wednesday is when the bulk of this is going to fall, and much of the lower peninsula of Michigan is in a slight risk for excessive rainfall. That's going to be the main concern with this tropical remnant Beryl as this moves up into Michigan. So regardless of any severe concerns, the rain will be heavy all through the day on Wednesday, causing localized flash flooding in spots. Now, as far as the severe weather threat goes, this is going to highly depend on the exact track. Looking at the future radar once again here, taking a zoomed in look here on southeast Michigan in particular toward Detroit, looking at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, that low centered over Ohio. The bulk of the cellular convection is off into Ohio, but we also see some cells try to look like they're strong here across the very extreme portions of eastern Michigan. We also see something similar here on the NAM 3 model where it says the bulk of the heavier rain slash storm will be to our east or to our south, but it does try to bring some of these cells into the very extreme portions of eastern Michigan. Now, the reason we say this track is going to be very vital is because if this shifts just 20 miles to the west, for example, that'll shift the threat 2 counties over or a county wide over. So it becomes a concern basically from US 23 into the east now. So that exact track is going to highly dictate our severe weather chances. Now, as it stands on the current expectation, the better environment is going to be tied right there, southeast Michigan. That's going to be concerning for damaging winds and perhaps weak, brief tornadoes. This is a low chance at this point. It's highly dependent on that track, but southeast Michigan in particular has that best chance to get some severe weather come Wednesday afternoon and evening. That's going to be your prime time. Exact time frame, afternoon and evening, is all we can give you at this point. Specifics 2 days out with the tropical depression, kind of impossible. But just keep in mind, we are seeing that track a little bit further to the west, which does bring some instability up into Michigan. We have a lot of shear, a lot of lift, so we are concerned here just a bit for right now for damaging winds and perhaps a couple brief, weak tornadoes. All right. So, with that being said, the overall concern and overall hazard should remain the overall excessive rainfall here from tropical storm or remnant hurricane Beryl, as the heaviest rain 1 to 4 inches plus is expected here across south central Michigan during the day on Wednesday, although it's going to arrive as early as tomorrow afternoon. So with that being said, that's your overall synopsis. Very least, expect heavy rainfall. Severe weather chances heavily dependent on the exact low track, but right now southeast Michigan does have that best chance to get in on a severe action come Wednesday afternoon. All right, to the comments now, guys, for some questions. So if you guys live north of Mount Pleasant or in the UP, this overall system does not look to impact you. This should be a south central Michigan area or concern for both rain and perhaps severe. So those of you north Mount Pleasant, you guys look okay. Some rain possible, sure. Severe weather looks pretty unlikely for you guys. And as far as like exact locations, we really can't get specific besides you're going to get rain at this point. Severe weather at this point, 2 days out from these tropical systems, still really hard to pinpoint. But like we showed you guys, the environment on the NAM 3 model does show a good chunk of southeast Michigan in a decent environment here for some damaging wind potential, but also some brief, weak tornadoes, as these tropical systems are prone to doing.
We don't really have a. Sorry.
Go ahead.
We don't really have much of a sinkhole threat in Michigan. There's not much limestone here that would cause that. So keep that in mind. I mean, you definitely could, like, for overwhelming like sewer and sanitary systems for sure. But in terms of like the actual ground beneath us, there's not much limestone that would erode like that. We're not geologists. But I do know that.
So yeah, you guys, Grand Rapids, Lansing, yeah, you're gonna get rain out of this. Like we're talking, this is your rainfall totals here. The greens are like, the green colors are about anywhere from 1/10 of an inch up to about 1/2 inch. The yellows are about 1 inch. The reds are like 2-3 inches. The purples are like 4 or 5, and the pinks are like 6-7/8. So if you are in any color here, you're gonna get rain. And that's pretty much the entire state here. Heaviest swath still kind of up in the air regarding that low track somewhere through south central Michigan. It could be Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, Lansing. It could be, Detroit, Adrian, Jackson. But regardless, the rain is going to be here for the entire state. The heaviest swath, though, is going to be a narrower swath, as we kind of see here. On this model, it says all the way from the thumb all the way back here to southwest Michigan. That's going to be your heaviest swath right there. But that could change. Again, depending on your load track.
A timing map. I don't know.
I'm not sure how that would work.
Yeah, if it's going to be like most of the day, could do like a start time.
Start and end time.
Yeah.
Your forecast for Wednesday, it's going to rain. So I saw a comment here asking to zoom in here. We can't zoom in for exact cities, but here's a very zoomed in look here for southeast or for southern lower, south central lower here. So thumb up here, Detroit's down here, Jackson, Ann Arbor, Jackson, Adrian, Monroe, Coldwater over here, Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Grand Rapids up here, Lansing right about here, Flint up here. So the heaviest rainfall, it says a good swath here of 1 to 4 inches with locally higher amounts possible. So excessive rainfall, flooding potential is definitely a concern come Wednesday into Wednesday evening. And also, guys, just want to point this out. With these tropical remnant systems, gusty winds are still possible throughout, especially closer to that low pressure center. But with the rain falling between Tuesday and Wednesday, it's going to saturate the ground quite a bit. So it won't take much to get trees to topple over and power lines to come down. We always say the more saturated the ground is, the weaker the trees, the weaker the power lines are, because soil gets saturated, becomes weaker, stuff can fall over pretty easily or more easily. So it won't take severe wind gusts to topple smaller trees or weaker trees, stuff like that. So throughout the day on Wednesday, I would expect a few power outages outside of severe weather. Some gusty winds could definitely cause some issues here across south central Michigan, especially southeast lower. But severe weather chances, again, highly dependent on the exact track still.
Thank you, Patrick, for your $5 super chat, saying thanks. Thank you guys for all you do. And thank you, Patrick, for your super chat. Appreciate your support.
Thank you, Pat. We can put a rainfall map up on our page. We really don't like posting raw data because it's oftentimes misinterpreted. But we can post like a few of the perhaps models with a zoomed in look to better help you guys kind of pinpoint where you are on a map. We can do that.
I like the comment about the bring your soap and shampoo. It's a shower day. I don't know where it went, but I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it too. We'll say the latest HRRR model is loading in too. So if we're on here long enough, we can take a peek at that.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, if you guys got questions, feel free to drop those in chat.
Will we be live, Ryan, is the question. Because we don't really track rainfall events unless like it's severe rain, I guess you could say.
The only way we're going to be live here is if there is significant flash flooding going on, which is life-threatening, or if there is severe weather going on. That's the only two ways you're going to see us on here live.
So like considerable flash flood warnings and or flash flood emergencies. Probably leaning more towards flash flood emergencies. Because there's not a whole lot we can cover when there is flash flood warnings. Like we just look at the radar. How are we getting the weather? First grade teacher. I tell this story all the time.
Yes,
I think Ryan's about to get sick of me saying it. But yeah, back then.
I think for me, it was just a compilation of a lot of things coming together over time. Always had an interest in it. Always fascinated me.
Yep. And for those who don't know, who may be new here, I am at CMU for meteorology. And I got one more semester left. So almost there. How high would the tornado risk be in southeast Michigan?
Again, heavily dependent on the exact track. Although with the low pressure being fairly close, there's going to be a lot of spin in the atmosphere, a lot of shear. So if we get just enough instability, the combination of those, It's not going to be really strong supercell stuff, but we can have really weak showers that try to spin and produce tornadoes. Tropical systems like this, it wouldn't be too hard to get some of those to occur. But again, it's going to have to depend on the exact track, and this tracking more to the east, or sorry, to the west, to allow more in the way of instability to build ahead of that low pressure. That's the main concern. A further east track would definitely lower that threat. So we'll have updates for you guys tomorrow. Again, this is going to be for Wednesday. If any severe threat does occur, it'll be on Wednesday. So we'll have updates throughout the day tomorrow for you guys. The first rain from this will likely fall tomorrow, though.
Mm-hmm.
That should not be severe. Just making that, a disclaimer now.
Oh, we got another super chat in here. 499 from Travis asking, what's the difference between sustained winds and wind gusts? Thank you, Travis. Difference of that. So wind gust is usually like a brief period, and sustained is more of a long-term period. Okay, so that's probably like 5, 10, even 50 minutes at a time. And then a wind gust can usually last anywhere from like 5 seconds to 30 seconds. It's all relative. And those are usually measured, and those are usually like per criteria per METAR station, which is our stations positioned around the state. Julie, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. What are the dew points supposed to be like projected? Thank you, Julie. Go over that here really quick.
Moist.
Wow.
Upper 60s, low 70s, especially Wednesday. And there's going to be your environment there for severe weather potential, where you see that pooling of 70 dew points. That's going to be your highest concern, really. So a more western track would obviously bring that in, but there is a decent swath here of 70 dew points coming into Wednesday afternoon. So this 000 run is going to be really vital to the forecast here. But through tomorrow, it's going to be pretty muggy, upwards of upper 60s, perhaps touching 70 in some spots across Michigan.
And for those who don't remember, the last time we had a post-tropical depression here, that was 2020 during COVID when we had Cristobal. And that was kind of that took more of a western track. And the threats on that day were damaging winds because with a low pressure system, you get closer isobars, and with those isobars being closer together, it's different pressure gradients. And so the winds are a lot quicker there. And so we're seeing that again this time. So yeah, the main severe threat will be damaging winds, but with a lot of shear and a lot of lift on top of the instability and moisture that we're definitely going to get because of the tropical Gulf, all that Gulf moisture getting pulled up, we could see a lot of brief spin up tornadoes as well. It just depends on where the low exactly makes its track. But I remember chasing Cristobal, and there was damaging winds. It took down a huge tree in Hopkins or something. I remember chasing that day. It was crazy. Were we live in 2021? No, we were not. MSC is actually really new for those who are new here. We were end of 2022, start of 2023 is when we really started taking off and doing our live streams, mainly in 2023.
Yeah, March of 23 is when we really started ramping up. And I think we really started doing live for every severe this year. Last year was sort of like a building is kind of making our presence known.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you probably followed us from August 24th. That was a big day. The Colin tornado last year was a big day for us. Grand Blanc this year was a good day or a big day for us. So a lot of you guys followed us in like bulk sections for events. A lot of you guys probably followed us on May 7th. So,
do we ever get sleep? Yes. Nope. And no.
Nope, we don't. Don't lie, Joel.
No, we don't. Usually during those all-night streams, we always say, press the like button for our sanity or press the like button for our sleep schedule. Remember that? The last time we did the all-nighter was June 25th.
That was a fun all-nighter too.
In terms of we were hanging out in the background waiting for it to happen, and then we got serious as soon as it did.
Get an office someday, Joel, so we can just both hang out at the office all day.
Yeah.
Make TikTok videos.
We'll use this channel as an excuse to miss class. Ooh. I can't miss the meteorology class, especially if it's going to be meso.
Gotta be smart. Gotta be smart.
Yeah. I was not watching Reed Timmer last night. I saw some of his posts, though. Can we stop with the storms? Do a live radar check, Ryan.
I'm already on it.
Yeah.
We can, although I'm getting a post on the page, so let's do it after I'm done with that real quick.
Okay. Cone uncertainty is the center of the low pressure system. So conditions can exist outside of that cone for sure, but that's just where the general track of the low would be. So right now it's expected to go anywhere from center part of our state all the way over to perhaps eastern Ohio. That's correct, AE. I got a haircut back at the end of the month, Matthew. Thank you for noticing, though. Hurricane is not in my room right now. I cannot do a checkup. But there's a sticker for YouTube members. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the hurricane sticker. Glad to hear, Jennifer. That's what we're here for you guys. Could see some good lightning for sure. Again, with all that instability that we have. Who asked Beryl to bring her thick self up here? It's a great comment. Hurricane. Wait, what is this about? So my cat's name is Hurricane. And if you are a member on YouTube, a paid member, there's stickers for you guys. And one of them is of my cat named Hurricane. He's an orange tabby. He's very fluffy. Great name for a chaotic orange cat. Absolutely. Storms are pretty much done for tonight. There's a couple lingering ones out there right now, and we'll go over the radar here in a second when we get the chance. Alpena in another storm at the moment. Yep. Just saw that. Tornado is definitely a concern with Beryl with all the shear lift that we have. Call it helicity, for example. Those numbers will be very high. It's like a measure of our spin. And again, if you are watching the Alpena area, we are still looking for damage reports. So if you have any damage reports or if you have video of the winds coming through or perhaps rotation, we're still looking for those in the Alpena area. And again, that was about 8:30 this evening. But again, Wednesday will be pretty much a rain out for everybody. Rain all day. Statewide average probably about 3 to 4 inches. Isolated pockets maybe 5 to 6. It's kind of what we're seeing right now. We are not naming the duck until the next Sunday night weekly. So tune in this upcoming Sunday night if we're not in severe ops, of course, for that. Ryan, do we still have those extra gifted memberships left or no?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Do you still want to do that if we get to 16K tonight?
Are we close?
We're 48 shy.
All right, let's do it.
Not sure if we're going to get there.
If we can get 48 more subscribers on YouTube, we'll go ahead and gift you guys 5 memberships to our YouTube channel.
Yep. And again, subscribing on YouTube is completely free to do. So just make sure to turn on allow gifted memberships, and then you can get one for your channel for 30 days, and you get all access to all our stickers and whatnot. We lost your screen there, Ryan.
I'm getting my radar pulled up.
Gotcha. We're not dancing. The dance is at 20K, which is a little bit away. More incentive for you guys to spread the word about our YouTube channel, which only has a little amount compared to our Facebook account. And all you have to do is go over to our YouTube channel. As long as you have a YouTube account, you just hit the subscribe button. It's completely free to do.
Radar look around the state really quickly. We've got some storms popping up once again up here by Alpena, although nothing looks strong or severe at this point in time. They look like general showers and rumble of thunder. That's there. We have some showers popping up now on the east side of the state. Go figure, the sun goes down and they start popping up. Make that make sense. There's some showers here near Vassar, down here by Flint, down here into Livingston County, along US 23 there. Also down here in Kalamazoo, where Alex behind the scenes just told us it's raining cats and dogs there in Kalamazoo, where he's at. So those showers and storms, just 1 or 2 strikes I see here in the Kalamazoo, Van Buren County area. Nothing concerning, but don't be shocked to hear rumble of thunder and some heavy rain there in scattered locations in the state. And also for our friends up there in the UP, nothing too much going on up there. Just one popcorn shower there north of Crystal Falls. So should be a fairly quiet night when these storms finally die off, which they should die off the closer we get toward midnight. But yeah, if anything else goes severe, we'll be here tracking it.
Just interesting super chat here from Skylar, 49 super chat. So Beryl is going to be a long track storm. Does this make it a derecho? First of all, thank you, Skylar. Second, no. The reason because is it's a lot of individual storms wrapping around that center of the low pressure system. So it's not one storm. It's a combination of a bunch of storms. If you would need basically a big Boeing segment, one entire storm that consistently stays together all the way from Texas up to us. We don't get that with remnants of tropical storms. So thank you again, Skylar, for your support.
I also just noticed this, Joel, but the latest HRRR model is showing a interesting environment over here in Southeast Michigan tomorrow night. We're going to pop in and we're going to explore that just a bit more.
Stays over Lake Michigan for a period of time. So the thing is with Lake Michigan is it's not as warm as the Gulf, obviously, and the body of water is a lot smaller, so the impacts on it are very minimal. I would say it may weaken it even more, I guess you could say, because it acts as kind of like a stable layer. But Beryl has gone through a lot of defying the odds in the Caribbean, especially when it was going through pockets of like no shear and it was still staying hurricane strength. It was wild. So Beryl's been kind of quite an unprecedented system so far. And so I would say Lake Michigan really has no effect on what we're going to see out of this post-tropical depression.
There's a cap in place tomorrow, so no concerns. Keep an eye on that, though. It does look pretty interesting.
It's a good hodograph, though, for sure. I mean,
It's a very good photograph.
what was the hodograph for Alpina an hour ago?
Good question.
Exactly. Something to ask.
Not bad.
Was that Alpina an hour ago?
Yeah, according to the model.
Yeah.
Not terrible. Does it, Drew? You got me curious now. Live analysis, guys. Live analysis.
And no, we are not going to be getting an eye wall with this.
Yeah, there is a lot of misleading posts and headlines I've seen. Hurricane Beryl to make landfall in Michigan. Like, what? This is nowhere near. No, it's anything for clicks, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, it looks like the track is more so westward with this latest HRRR run.
No sounding yet.
I'm trying to load the comparison.
Gotcha.
We're almost loaded out to Wednesday, so we'll wait here. Looks like we're now 34 subscribers away from 16,000. So if we can get to that 16,000 number, we'll go ahead and gift you guys 5 memberships on us. Memberships are completely optional here at MSC, but you do get exclusive forecasts as well as access to all the videos we upload before the public gets them, and you also get exclusive live streams as well.
Joel's cat to make landfall in Michigan. More at 6. Tigers game Wednesday at 6:40 will probably be canceled. Yeah. Almost for sure. I wonder if they're already going to be thinking about rescheduling that as soon as probably later tonight or tomorrow morning.
They should.
That's because it's such a set in stone thing to happen. No problem, guys. You guys are so kind. One big family here. Especially for those who tune into every live stream when you see you guys over and over again. It's so nice. Can I go steal some people from Facebook to come here and subscribe? Yes. And again, for those who want a chance at a gifted membership from us, if you haven't yet, subscribe on YouTube. Completely free to do, as we keep mentioning. Joining the channel is the equivalent of getting membership on here already. So, and again, if you do get gifted a membership, it is 30 months. Geez, 30 days. That would be quite the long membership. 30 days in length. And if you guys want to up that, that is on you guys to do. Otherwise, it automatically cancels after 30 days. No problem, Tommy. Drew says HRRR looks a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, for Wednesday, it looks like it's more west, at least to my initial impression.
Mm-hmm.
It is more west. That would bring a little more higher concern for perhaps some severe chances for East Michigan. We'll see how this trends, though. We're loaded out to Wednesday morning at 7 in the morning here at this point. So.
I've experienced 3 major hurricanes when living in coastal North Carolina. Ooh, sorry to hear. Outer Banks get hit so much. I've been there a couple times, and every time I go to one of those public places, pretty much every public like store or thrift shop down there has like one of those lines on their posts where it says, "This is how far the storm surge got up." Like it went up 7 feet, stuff like that. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of that too, living there.
For those of you asking about rainfall totals and stuff like that, that post is now on our Facebook page. Go feel free to check that out. We compared 3 models. It's also a look at Michigan. And there's a little bit of if you zoom in, you can see the rainfall total per that model. Looks like every other county or so. So feel free to find your county and see what it says for you. Thank you, April, for becoming a channel member. We appreciate your support. Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the team, April.
I just saw a comment from somebody on our Facebook page, name Beryl. That's ironic. Nice.
So early day tomorrow, we're looking at not too much in terms of rain, but that threat starts to go up for rain starting tomorrow night. Again, mainly tomorrow night, but Wednesday is going to be a big washout, everybody. So most of the day Wednesday. New
Christy.
Member?
Go ahead if you want to, Joel.
No, I was just going to say welcome to the team, Christy. Thank you for your support of the channel.
Yes, thank you very much.
What models do we think are going to be most accurate for rainfall? Probably HREF.
Probably. It's kind of hard to tell at this point.
We don't have HREF. We don't have HREF on COD, I don't believe.
No, we don't. But I will say, I believe the latest model here is trending. It is trending more westward. So I think any model that we're going to show you guys, the HRRR, the NAM3, or the RFS, they all have a similar picture where the heaviest swath being from about Berrien County up through the thumb of Michigan through Huron County. Where you're seeing on your screen really is going to be the heaviest.
We're looking at, I think, tornadic in nature. There's a tornado up in Alpena. Again, that's unconfirmed, but we were tracking that about an hour ago. Definitely some rotation in Alpena. At the very least, strong damaging winds move through. Unrelated to Alpena, though, we could see some brief spin-up tornadoes with Beryl starting Wednesday, early day Wednesday. Are we going to be pulling an all-nighter, Ryan, Tuesday night? Tomorrow night? Because this, I swear. I'm just realizing that.
Hit the like button for our sleep schedule. No, I think tomorrow night will be, at least at this point in time, at least a little bit more subtle. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it would hurt to have eyes on it just in case, because we have so much spin tomorrow. We have so much shear with these tropical systems. Yeah. But it takes a lot more than that to get a tornado or get severe weather. It's just with these tropical systems, they can spin things up very, very quickly. So we want to have eyes on it. So, Sandra, thank you for your $2 super chat. Appreciate your support of the channel.
Thanks, Sandra. No mesoscale discussions yet. We're probably gonna see a lot of precipitation discussions, which are issued by the Weather Prediction Center.
Yeah, the leading thread of this is still going to be flash flooding.
Yeah. Yeah, this definitely could be like June 9th all over again. June 10th was separate. June 9th was Cristobal 2020, for those who remember. June 10th was a secondary low pressure system that followed right behind it. Should we donate a few trucks full of caffeine to get you guys to tomorrow night and Wednesday? Don't have to.
I don't do caffeine. You can give it all a Joel.
We do have an Amazon wish list for those who are curious. Some items on there are food and drink related, but most of it's like stuff we need for streams and stuff. So feel free to check that out. One of the mods will link it, probably our link tree.
If not, I'm going to link it here for Facebook because most of our mods are on YouTube here. So
true.
I'll go ahead and drop the Amazon wish list direct link for both you guys.
Any tornadoes in Lawrence? First of all, easy on the caps. Second of all, no tornadoes in Lawrence that we know of today. Possible starting on Wednesday, early Wednesday.
Again, that's heavily dependent on the exact track of this low too. So
right.
We're not locking anything in. We're just kind of giving you guys a heads up just in case. And right now it does appear East Michigan does at least have a small chance of getting some perhaps severe weather come Wednesday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is, Bradley. Yes, it is. And yes, you can gift us stuff on Amazon that is not on that list. That is an option. For example, Julie, one of our great mods here, decided to gift this duck, which is a whole backstory. But you can send us stuff that's not on the list as well.
Small chance, yeah. We can't dismiss the tornado threat just because of how much great amounts of shear there's going to be. Like that's probably going to be the thing that's there the most. As of recently, it's been the thing that's been lacking the most. But Beryl will be the most probably for shear. It just depends on how much instability and moisture can get advected into our area, especially in southeast Michigan. How many subs short are we? Says somebody. We are currently 26 subs away on YouTube from 16K. From gifting some memberships. So hello, Patty. Glad to meet you as well.
And for those of you who are new here, we are live for every severe warning and tornado warning in the state of Michigan. We also do briefings such as this one for severe weather events, as well as remnant hurricane events like this. So feel free to give us a follow or a like or a subscribe. Whatever you feel like doing, we are here for you guys in the state of Michigan.
Yeah. Yep. And we are also under a slight risk for excessive rainfall on Wednesday.
Also want to point that out. There's also a slight risk on Tuesday for Berry and Cass and St. Joseph counties as well, and a marginal above that. So we do have some potential for excessive rainfall come tomorrow afternoon and evening as well. But definitely not.
I was going to say same rules apply. It goes from 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. each day. So that what you see on the Tuesday outlook is probably going to be end of that forecast. So that'd be early Tuesday morning and then, early Wednesday morning. My bad. Early Wednesday morning, and then day 3 is the rest of Wednesday.
Do you expect flash flood warnings in southeastern Michigan? Definitely a possibility, Raymond. Definitely a possibility.
Flash flood warnings is definitely a possibility. And remember, flash flood warnings are, I guess some people don't know this, but flash flood warnings are also tiered like severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings. So you do have flash flood warning, considerable flash flood warning, and flash flood emergency. And of course, if you get issued under any of those, you want to be taking it seriously. Got a new member here on YouTube. Welcome to the team, Susan. Thank you for your support of our channel. Hope you stick around, and thank you for your support. Lake Huron, Lake St. Clair definitely could be affected by this for sure. Any waterways. Atlanta, Michigan, not as much. That's a little far north.
We are only about 20 subscribers away, guys. If we get that, we will gift 5 memberships out for you guys.
Yes, Red Cross emergency app. Absolutely. That will go off for warnings. And again, for that Red Cross emergency app, it is free to download on your app store. And you can turn on critical alerts, is what they're called. And those will get issued, or those will sound even if you have your phone on silent. Now, if you have your phone turned off, it's not gonna do you any good. So make sure your phone's on when you do. Said Julie, send Ryan a kayak.
I mean, if it's on Amazon, you can go ahead and gift us something on Amazon. I mean, I'm not going to use it though. I don't kayak. I'll be honest, I don't kayak.
Okay, I mean, I'll take it. There's the Chippewa River up in Isabella County. I'll go down that. Yeah, 95 tornado warnings today in Louisiana.
That's crazy.
That was the most ever in July, I think. So, not saying it will be that magnitude because again, it's technically a tropical storm down there right now, so it's still a lot stronger. And as it moves up into the Mississippi River Valley area, it obviously is going to lose its strength because it's further away from the Gulf and not pulling in that moisture anymore as much. And so that becomes a post-tropical depression or post-tropical storm, then post-tropical depression. Pacify with a $4.99 super chat, just showing some love for your hard work. Thank you, Pacify, for the nice comment and your support of our channel. As always.
I don't know if you called the last member out here, but Susan, thank you for becoming a member. I don't know if you called this, if you did.
I did. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. But thank you, Susan.
Yes. Double thanks, Susan. Depression, yeah.
That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Ryan, why only 1 star on your adulting shirt? Maybe I can see that or not. I've had this shirt for years. Would not recommend.
Could this be June 9th all over again? It could be. If it shifts a little more west, it would be June 9th. I guess the current track, if it is June 9th all over again, it's going to be more for the east side of the state this time. But June 10th, again, was a completely separate low pressure system that kind of, I guess you could say Fujiwara around it, kind of got, lifted right behind it and kind of followed right behind. And that's what the damaging winds came from that. But that June 10th day was not associated with any tropical storm. And that was back in 2020 for those who may remember that day.
Should you evacuate? There's no reason to evacuate. Be prepared, though, for flash flooding, stuff like that. Yes, but evacuate, no. There's no reason to evacuate. We're getting really close to 16,000 subscribers.
we haven't had a actual hurricane except for the Huron cane back in the 60s, yes, as they called it. But
No
everything
concern.
else has been post-tropical depression because we're so far away.
Any concerns with the storms in Southwest Michigan right now? No, not really. Just some rain for you guys, some rumbles of thunder, perhaps, but nothing severe that we're seeing. We'll say storms by Alpena do have a pocket of heavier winds
Not again.
to the north side of Alpena, near Presque Isle. So no warnings out. They'll be over the lake here soon.
Presque Eel.
Presque Isle, Eel.
Yeah, everything I guess is eel.
Kevin, I don't know if you caught this already, Joel. 5 memberships gifted. Thank you, Kevin. If we get 15 more subscribers, we will give away 5 memberships ourselves for you guys.
Thank you, Kevin. Make sure to thank Kevin if you did get one of those memberships.
Yes.
Kevin is awesome. Absolutely.
We have a lot of regular donators and gifters here. We got Kevin, we got Jazz, we got Julie. There's so many of you guys. We appreciate every one of you.
So again, even if you don't get the 5 subs from us tonight, in the future, people, still donate. And again, if you do miss out on that and you still want to be a paid member of our channel, again, totally optional to do, but you can do that on Facebook or YouTube. Everything is kind of like the same, I guess you could say. Of course, on YouTube, you get, stickers to put in chat. So there's that. But again, totally optional. Again, the best way you can support us, as always, is hitting that like button and following us if you haven't. Ryan, somebody says the Amazon wish list is barren.
Notice that too. I'm not sure what just happened, but looks like the entire wish list was either bought or I'm not exactly sure. So if you're watching this and you just bought everything on Amazon, appreciate you. I'm not sure if this is a joke or not, but everything off our wish list is just gone. So appreciate you if you're the person who did that. Not sure if it's legit or not. I'm a little skeptical, but again, thank you if you're watching this.
Yeah, thank you. Paid membership is it's a reoccurring thing every month. It's on you to I don't know. I think it's on them to cancel, right?
Yes. We okay. Just as disclaimer here, for YouTube, Patreon, and Facebook, we do not handle any of the billing. We just set the prices. Facebook, YouTube, and Patreon handle everything else. We can't control that. But the lowest tier is $1.99. The highest tier is $49.99 on YouTube. On Patreon, I believe it's $10 a month, and on Facebook, it's just one set price at $2.99.
Yeah. So if you just want to try it out for a month, you can just try it out for a month, and then just make sure to put a note in your calendar. If you want to cancel at the end of that 30 days, it's up to you. And again, it's totally optional.
Well, we're 15 subs away still, so I don't know how long I want to stay on here, Joel. We're about an hour into this.
True. Everyone that's watching this video is already subscribed, so
probably.
Yeah.
Should we give away 5 anyway?
Just because people bought everything on the Amazon wish list potentially?
Might as well. Might as well. All right, guys. One last call here. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube, we're 15 away from 16,000. We're going to go ahead and give away anyway, but if we can get the 16,000 tonight, that'd be awesome. So if you're watching on YouTube or you have a YouTube account and you're not subscribed to us, go over and hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate that.
It's free to do. I know that's the one confusing thing. Everyone sees subscribe on YouTube, but the subscribe button is basically the equivalent of the follow button.
correct.
And make sure to turn on a gifting. There should be a little setting button next to the money sign, I think, on your display there, and it should say allow gifted memberships. Impact in Grand Rapids, a couple questions here. Heavy rains, definitely 3 to 5 inches possible. And slight risk for excessive rainfall, especially on Wednesday. Again, that is going to be the main hazard. Secondary hazard will be severe threats, mainly on the east side of the state.
Okay, we're 7 away now. We're close.
Shoot.
We're close. We're getting there. But we're going to go ahead and give away anyway. We're about an hour into this. So we're going to give you a 2-minute warning. If you're not subscribed, that's how you're going to get these memberships gifted. As Joel's been saying, turn on your gifted memberships. There should be an option in your setting to do that. Then, as such, we are going to gift 5 memberships, although people in chat here gift them all the time. So as long as you subscribe to us, you have a chance at getting gifted a membership here. So we're going to be at 2 minutes. We'll do it at 10:02 on the dot, and then we're going to hop off of here relatively soon. We're two away now from 16K.
Nice.
So 10:02 though, we will go ahead and gift those memberships, whether or not we've hit 16K or not. But regardless, appreciate you guys supporting us, subscribing, following, donating, so on and so forth. We appreciate all of you. Sandy, thank you for becoming a channel member. Appreciate your support. Welcome to the team.
Welcome, Sandy. And it was all yellow. That's our motto for that slight risk for excessive rainfall.
All right, 10:01 here. So give you about 30 seconds here. We're at 16,000 on the dot. So we just hit 16,000. Another milestone down. We're on our way to 20K subscribers here on YouTube.
Get some cold cuts. Get some cold cuts. Woo!
And with that being said, though, let's go ahead and get 5 memberships here. All right. Close this out.
Are you subscribed?
All right, here we go. Gifting 5 as we speak. They're out there. Brian, Briley, Shander, April, and Holly. Nope. Sorry. April was a comment. My bad. Wave. Sorry, April. So Wave, Holly, Shander, Brian, and Briley were gifted memberships.
Yep. And again, those are completely random. So
we cannot choose those. That's unfortunate. We can't, but probably best we don't.
Yeah. No picking favorites.
Yeah, sorry, April. Your comment was in the middle of all those gifted, so apologize.
And shout out to whoever, I guess, potentially bought everything on our Amazon wish list. You're awesome. If that's the case. Our
Really
secret Santa.
The wish list is gone, so there's no wish list right now. Everything that we had on there has been bought in, potentially. I'm a little skeptical on that, but
Again, I'm dancing at 20K. That was once we hit 15K, because I was doing it at every 1,000. Unless you want me to dance because everything got bought on our Amazon wish list.
Hold on, Joel. I got you.
Are you going to play the music?
Sure.
Oh my gosh. Beryl bought everything. Beryl's a little feisty. You see the comment from Julie, Ryan, in our mod chat. Again, thank you everybody for 16,000 on YouTube. You guys, again, are awesome. If only we could have everyone on YouTube subscribe on, or everyone on Facebook subscribe on YouTube, we'd be at 162,000 on both. But YouTube's not as popular as Facebook, so we understand. Ryan, if you play the music, I'll start doing my normal dance music to the intro.
Joel, we have a poll up. Should Joel dance? 95% say yes.
Oh my gosh.
Out of 88 votes.
What if Ryan gets 50 chairs sent to his house?
I swear. You guys.
It's like one big family right now. You guys are awesome.
We love you guys a lot, more than you know. We would not be here without y'all. We really appreciate y'all.
And again, for those who don't know, I did dance on the June 25th live stream is when we hit 15K at the very end. So if you want to go back and see me do the chicken dance or whatever I did, the Macarena and the chicken dance, it's there. And I already did hit the gritty. Thank you, Dawn. I saw your comment. It was quite the day today out there. Surprise day again, as always, for Michigan. Instability storms.
All right, let's go ahead and end the poll. 110 votes. 95% say Joel should dance. So there you go, Joel. What intro music do you want?
I don't know, probably the one that's like the upbeat one, where I get
They're
to pump
both
my
upbeat.
fist.
Okay.
The one where I always pump my fist to. Yeah. Wait, no, it's keep going, keep going. Yeah. It's quiet now, but then it's gonna get upbeat again. Ready? Oh, wait. Yeah. Hey. Anyways. There you go.
It's catchy music.
I don't have any room to dance, guys. I'm literally up against a wall. That is a dance. That is a dance. We're counting that as a dance. Once we get to 20K on YouTube, though, that's when I'm standing up and dancing. That's not the gritty. But I do that dance all the time when we do have that music playing in the background. I'm always like right before the stream starts, I'm always in the background. Ryan knows I'm always doing this.
And confirm, I have video of it. What we do behind the scenes. It's a thing.
Yeah.
I feel like we should do like a YouTube segment of behind the scenes at Michigan Storm Chasers.
We might have to.
Right.
Canoe trip Thursday through Saturday. Clear weather. How am I looking other than some fast moving rivers in the Grand Rapids area? Well, the rain will probably still be coming down a little bit on Thursday, but we should get a break on Friday. Friday would be a good day to probably go. It's just, again, flooding will be a concern. Again, rivers are delayed, especially since all that runoff. So keep that in mind. But Friday would be a good day in terms of like actual conditions outside. And I have to go out a little bit longer.
Talking Friday, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to pinpoint that far out. It's only Monday. Yeah. Looks dry enough. Maybe some showers. I think the precip chances increase Saturday, Sunday, Monday, though. Anyway, guys, about an hour and 10 minutes here. What do you think? Keep going, or what do you guys want to do? Do you want to keep on streaming with us, or want to hop off? Got an active chat here tonight talking about upcoming remnants of Beryl impacting us. Having some fun here. Sure can. Got you, Corey.
That's quite the line heading into Alpena.
I noticed that. So I can get a zoomed in look for you there. There you go. There's your rainfall. Oopsies. There you go. Keep going, keep going. Let's roll. Get some rest. Keep dancing. Love you guys. It's going to come down to the exact track, Skylar. 1 to 4 is a general guideline, I guess, to fit in.
Flooding concerns basically anywhere south of US 10. So that's basically across the line from Ludington to Saginaw. Anywhere south of that could be concerned for flooding. So that would include the Lansing area, yes. And you can actually see in this model here, H-triple-R shows highest of rains falling in the Lansing area. So that red cedar is going to be running.
All right, guys. I think we're about to hop off here, though. Concerns for tornado activity tonight? No. To Wednesday, possibly. Stay tuned on that. Joel, what's happening in Alpena?
Don't say that.
Oh, radar.
Yeah, I see it. Oh boy, oh boy. Are you talking about like that little pocket north of M32?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up on stream here.
I sure will.
Share with the class. While you're doing that, did we add anything else did we add things back to the wish list? Okay. Cool.
Yes, only because people still are requesting it, and apparently they can't buy stuff if nothing's on the list. So we had to add a few things on there.
Okay.
But that's all we really needed. We'll probably come up with some more stuff to add later on, but on the fly, that's what I just kind of put back on there.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, if you want to directly donate, you can do that on our website. The link is also attached below michiganstormchasers.com/support MSC. Again, totally optional. There it is.
Let's go into a dual pane look here real quick.
My dance started something. I really hope it didn't. The people in Alpena do not need another storm like this.
Right. We're gonna keep an eye on this for a few more scans so we can hang out for a second. We're watching this pocket here. I think it's just some hail, honestly, Joel, but this pocket here looks a little suspicious.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing.
We're gonna track it just in case. It's almost offshore anyway, so it's not gonna be on here for too long.
Rumbling in Montmorency County. That would be just off to your east now. There's a delayed comment here. Me or someone says "Get it, Joel" and dancing emojis. Again, it is currently 10:16 p.m. So if you're not lined up with our stream, might have to reload. But I appreciate the enthusiasm. So that's the dance I need to do when I want a thunderstorm. Yep, just pump your fists. Pump the instability, I'm going to call it. Correct. Great Lakes really can't affect Beryl. I would say it might hinder it a little bit, but again, it's pulling in a lot of moisture, and it's already going to be its own little thing. So, what dance do you do if you don't want a thunderstorm? Good question. I think any dance is kind of like a butterfly effect. So. Put chase vehicles on the Amazon wish list. That would be hilarious.
It's crazy.
Can we interest you in buying new radars for Michigan so we can have not radar holes? Right now, tornadoes possible Wednesday. That would be probably southeast Michigan unless the track moves to the west. Would you be flabbergasted if someone purchased them for you? What, the chase vehicles? Probably. I don't know what a good chase vehicle is. I just, I drive my SUV around and it's good enough. Amazon doesn't sell radars. Let's see, what else do we have here? Lansing, rain and a little thunder moving in. Looks like it. Yep. East Lansing. Kind of moving away from Lansing, it looks like. There's a blob down in Jackson, but just a blob. From the movie Twister, sorry. The red Dodge Ram. Ryan, you're muted.
Why am I muted?
I don't know.
So you probably didn't hear my comment about Alpena either.
Nope.
Go figure.
What did you say?
I was going to say perhaps some gustier winds out there in Alpena area, but overall shouldn't be too concerning. I also said Twisters is coming out soon as well. I got 10 more days.
Mm-hmm. Ryan needs a Jeep for his ducks. Yep. Yep. R.I.P. Bill. This Bill briefing has turned into a chill sesh.
Probably about to end it though. What do you think, Joel?
Yeah, unless that still looks concerning for Alpena.
Just some locally gustier winds possible. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be elevated here with the evening. So overall, I'm not too concerned about it.
Gotcha. Splash Squid has re-upped his membership for another month here, saying once again, thanks for everything you do, guys. Thank you, Splash Squid, for re-signing on here, MSC, and continuing your support here to our team. So the air pocket up there was nothing, according to radar. It could have been something. Again, we would only know if people live up there along M32. It's a good idea, Ryan, from Alex.
What's that? Oh,
portable air compressors. Maybe. Yes, the Huron tornado was confirmed. That was confirmed today.
EF0. Pretty, about a quarter-mile track. Pretty narrow, skinny tornado. Mm-hmm. That was when we were tracking there. We had a connection behind the scenes who saw the funnel. Wednesday, severe threats can be highly dependent on the exact track of the low. Far eastern Michigan looks to be the highest concern right now. Damaging winds and perhaps a few brief weak tornadoes would be the overall concern with that.
Black dot in the storm. I'm guessing probably there in Alpena, there's a wind damage report, right?
Talking this up here or this down
Right there,
here?
right there on US 23, maybe. Is that a wind
Perhaps
damage report?
yeah, there is. That's ours that we relayed.
Gotcha.
Wait, is it all gone again on the Amazon wish list? For real?
Are we serious?
Someone's got to be trolling us tonight.
Rain starts Tuesday night. Well, probably more like Wednesday morning. We're just muted right now. Well, we're not talking because there's not much going on. But
Well, I think it's about time we wrap this stream up. Joel, what do you think?
yeah, it looks like Severe is probably gonna stay away from Alpena. Hopefully, knock on wood. Here. Other than that, we've went over Beryl. I don't know if you want to go over a quick recap though.
I can't.
We've gone over it a lot lately, but go over the rainfall again from each model. And it's to be determined on whether or not we will go live for the rains again. If something catastrophic is happening, then perhaps we will. But rain is rain. There's not much we can cover unless we have chasers that are going out there and covering something crazy. So.
All right, so recapping everything briefly, remnant hurricane Beryl is set to bring some excessive rainfall to the area. Here's your current track. We call it the cone of uncertainty. A more westward track would be more severe weather for us. A more eastern track, or the current track, would be more so heavy rain for us with minimal severe chances. Overall, the heaviest swath of rain, 1 to 4 plus inches, somewhere in south central Michigan, could be from the thumb back through Lansing, back through Kalamazoo. Depending on where that sets up exactly, it's going to be hard to tell until it actually happens. But somewhere in south central Michigan is going to have probably a swath of 3, 4, 5 inches of rain. So that's the main concern with remnant hurricane Beryl. It's not going to be a hurricane when it hits us, but still gusty winds up to 30, perhaps 40 miles per hour still in effect here, or still possible with this system as it moves through. Severe chances appear to be tied heavily to eastern Michigan here. Let's go ahead and look at the 18Z NAM3 model. Take a zoomed in look here. There we go. So there is going to be your more so concerning aspect on the east side of Michigan, perhaps tomorrow afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, sorry, as the flow tracks very close to southeast Michigan, Lake Erie, Ontario area. And to the east of that should be severe weather. To the west should just be heavy rain. So the exact track of that low is going to depend heavily on severe threat here in Michigan. But outside that, excessive rainfall outlooks are in effect here. We're in a marginal and a slight risk for tomorrow, as our first precip of this tropical depression will reach us tomorrow afternoon and evening. No severe is expected currently tomorrow, but we're watching just in case. Any severe concerns would come in probably Wednesday morning through afternoon into the evening. All right, so there's your day 2 excessive rainfall. There's day 3, a slight risk in effect for much of lower Michigan. So the overall concern with this is just going to be your heavier rains, flash flooding potential, and severe threat is still up in the air, but does look to be a little bit higher concern right now for southeastern Michigan. All right, so recapping, Expect rain tomorrow afternoon and evening to start. The heaviest rain comes in overnight into Wednesday morning through the day on Wednesday. Severe chances look to be centered around that Wednesday morning to Wednesday evening time frame. With that being said, that's all we got to share with you guys. That's all I got as well. Anything you want to add?
No, I think we are all set.
All right, sounds good. You guys have an awesome, safe night. And if anything happens severe wise, we'll be here tracking and covering it live, both here on Facebook and YouTube. So thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, supporting us any ways that you guys do. We always appreciate you here at Michigan Storm Chasers. So you guys have a great night.
Have a good night, everybody.